Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going to be trying to get the last of the winter crops in the ground. You can see the plough is on. I'm just about to start ploughing this field. Oh my god, the weather has been tricky. It has been tricky right the whole way through. October has been tricky. I mentioned in my last video we were trying to drill some of the winter wheat in damp tricky ground, and it just wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Yeah, just the way the weather played out. Usually when you get into October you have a dry spell that you're able to walk it and you'll get your crops in, but that just never come to us, and yeah, it's just been a struggle. But after a few different heavy spells of rain over the last number of days, yesterday, Sunday wasn't too bad. There was a bit of rain yesterday morning, but on the whole it wasn't too bad. And now today, Monday, and tomorrow, Tuesday, isn't too bad. There is heavy rain coming in again on Tuesday evening. So yeah, want to have it all finished with that. There's 30 acres in this field. We should have it all done. So yeah, we get the plough in the ground, get a bit of headway going, and yeah, we start ploughing. Alright, so we're going well. We've probably got about 16 acres maybe done at this stage, and yeah, not get done too bad. Over the side of the field there's quite a bit of aftergrowth, and there's this weed that looks a bit like a cabbage that has come up from nowhere, which I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm told it's not that big of an issue and not hard to sort out. But yeah, it's going well. As you see, Dad is coming along there alongside, and yeah, he's never too far behind, if you know what I mean, with the drill. It hasn't been too bad today. We've had a little bit of rain. It's around 2 o'clock with a couple of showers of rain, but overall not too bad, and conditions is fairly good. It's ploughing up very nice, and it's a nice seed bed, and yeah, working out quite nice. The only issue that we're having is the plough is carrying a little bit, which is meaning that we're getting in certain places, because the plough is carrying, we're getting a little bit of trash that isn't being buried. So not ideal, but not much you can do. I did get out and start cleaning it initially at the start, but to no avail, because what was happening was, when you clean it, by the time you get third of the way down the field, it's all clogged up again, and you couldn't be stopping 2-3 times on every run to start clearing it. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of trash there, but to be honest, the power harrow is churning the most of it up and getting rid of it, so it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, usually if this plough cleans, there's not much is ever left there, you know. It'll get rid of the likes of that, no problem. The reason it's not cleaning is because of all the dampness and rain that we've had. Even though we are ploughing up what is relatively dry, there is still a little bit more moisture in it probably than usual, or than you would like this time of the year, and yeah, sticking to the boards. So it's fairly simple, but yeah, making good headway. I'm not going to put the drone up today, just going to see how we get on. We'll walk away probably till about 8 o'clock tonight, and after that then we'll pack it in. And the sun is kind of making me look a wee bit dark there. Yeah, we'll walk away until about 8 o'clock tonight, pack it in, and we'll see then how we get on tomorrow. We have also got the loan of Furrow press off our John Deere dealer. So Handling Machinery very kindly organised the loan of the Furrow press, and it is making a really good job of it. So yeah, quite impressed with it. It's a Hiva. I'll show you tomorrow, do a little bit of footage on it, get some footage and talk you through just what it's doing and how it's working, and yeah, we'll see that in action as well. But going okay. If it stays like this, we're going to get it done. We'll get it done by tomorrow evening, and that's all we want, just to get this done and dusted out of the way. So yeah. So day 2, and we're going well. This is the last of the short ground, a wee bit that's left here, and that's it then, just do the headland. So I have the bottom headland is ploughed. Just waiting for him to finish along here so I can start to plough the headland up and round here, and as he's coming back towards the gate he can take all that with him. So we're going okay. It's just coming up to around 3 o'clock. A couple of hours to go well in it and we'll beat the rain, hopefully. It has turned a bit overcast over the last hour or so, and there is heavy rain coming tonight, so yeah, fingers crossed to get it all done and dusted before the rain. It's really in lovely condition. The only issue, as I mentioned yesterday, was some of the weeds that was growing in it, and I'm still not sure where some of those weeds came from. So as I was saying there, the weeds, not 100% sure where they came from in this field. I think our usual supplier of chicken dung, the chicken dung we got of him was spread on most of the rest of the land. This field here we got a few outside loads in, and I think it may have come in those loads. Not 100% sure, but it's the most likely place that it came from. So look, it's not the end of the world. The sprays will sort it out when we get that far. So this is the last field, this is the last headland, this is the last piece of drilling we had to do. I just put the drone up, got a bit of footage of that being done because I was finished ploughing. The pressure was kind of off me. I had a few minutes to stick the drone up. Furrow press. So here it is in action. John Deere deal on hand and machinery. Michael very kindly organised the loan of it, left it out with us. So we had it to try out in this field. We won the try, won them out. And we were quite impressed with it. It's a super job. Hiva make fantastic machinery, well built stuff, and this is the 1.5 metre version. There is a 3 metre version as well. The 1.5 is that the furrow press end of it, or the rings, are 1.5 metres in width. They kind of cover in between the wheels of the tractor. It's letting the wheels then, if you know what I mean, they do the furrow pressing then on either side of the rings on the front, and then you've 3 metres of paddles then right across the front, and the paddles do a super job. The paddles, basically you adjust them from inside the tractor, hydraulically adjusted, and you can take some soil along with you all the time. So it's basically, it's knocking the high bits of soil off, it's taking it with it, it's letting it into the lower parts, and just leaving a nice level seed bed, and it just leaves it ready for the drill. By the time the power harrow gets it, it's already quite level, and you end up with a leveler seed bed when you have it all finished with. So yeah, very, very impressive. You can see there, it's just taking the soil along with it on the front. Also, the bit of compaction that the ring roller does also helps against weeds and stuff like that growing as well. So yeah, it's helping on that front. So yeah, big thank you to Michael for organising the loan of it, and very, very impressed with how it worked out. Yeah, there's the field there. You can see it's lovely level job. Not that much in the lines of trash left in it after all that, but at the same time, yeah, you'd rather not have the weeds there or the trash in the first place. So drilling finished. Thank God. It's been a struggle, but we got there. So the other thing we're doing this week, after we got all the drilling finished off, we had some cattle work to do. Now, a few different things happened that kind of pushed us into putting the cattle in. One was we were starting to run out of grass with some of the cattle, so that was a good reason to put them in. The other thing was, with all the rain and wet, ground conditions have just been slowly getting worse and a little soft on the foot, so that was another reason why it was kind of pushing us towards putting them in. And the other thing was too, the cows and calves. One of the batches of cows and calves, there was 30 cows and calves in it, and 30 cows, 30 calves, and those are the oldest of the calves, and they were due to be weaned as well. So it just meant that all these things were all happening at the one time. So we had heifers outside, we took them home, they're now inside. This is them here behind me, so they're going to be moved on to a starter beef ration. Cows and calves, cows are in. Cows were all weaned off. Some of them is here in this shed here, some of them is in the top shed. You'll see them in a few minutes there with the calves where they are. So cows didn't really need much done to them. It's not that long, they were warmed a couple of weeks ago, so they're okay. Calves, we'll talk about them when we go up there, but we had a bit of vaccinations and some stuff just to finish off with them. So yeah, well, as I say, we'll talk about them when we go up there. But yeah, all the heifers is in. These are the biggest of the heifers, so we've a whole pen of them put together. Lovely batch of heifers. They're just nice. They're a nice order and nice size to just start moving them on a bit. These will be the first heifers here that we will have for finishing. We have another pen here. These would be a little bit behind those, but yeah, we'll probably feed these. We won't move these on to a full ration initially. We'll let them sit on, let them grow a wee bit, and we'll start to push them after Christmas. And so kind of like what we done last year. They're roughly around the same run as the ones we had last year, and that's what we done, and it worked out well. They grew quite a bit in the few months they were in initially, and then we got into the new year. We put them on then to a heavier beef ration, and they just took off and done very well. These ones here are the same, so a little bit smaller, a little bit of time now to grow, and then we'll move them up as well. This pen's not 100% full yet. We will be filling it up, so we've about 10 heifers needed here, so we'll purchase those maybe in the next number of weeks and get this pen filled up. We'll probably buy ones around the same size as these here. We'll not go for the bigger ones, go for ones around this size, and yeah, they'll be just a good match. So that's kind of where they are. Alright, we'll go up to the top shed and we'll have a little look at the weanlings that's up there. Our friend who takes some of the dung got his dump trailer painted. Really nice job made on it. So, cows and calves. These are the weanlings. Hold on a second. I'll put on some lights. So a little bit of 3650 action for anyone who's looking to see that. Hasn't really done that much in the last month or 6 weeks because, well, there hasn't been that much going on. We've been mostly ploughing and drilling anytime the weather has been suiting. So yeah, it was supposed to be used maybe doing a bit of ring rolling, but never happened. We were lucky to get sowed and ploughed. So yeah, didn't have very much to do over the last month or so anyway. So cows, as I mentioned, cows and calves we have weaned. Heifers and bulls have been split, so yeah, a bit of a mix of each. These are the heifers here. You can see there are some of them slightly smaller. There's a few really nice heifers in it too, but yeah, overall they're a little shocked looking after getting weaned off the mothers, as they always do. They always go back for a week or two just to get settled down, and then they turn the corner and move on. They're not eating that awfully much yet. Fed them yesterday, but yeah, you can see they didn't exactly clean their plates, but yeah, no, they're okay. They're still bawling a bit, but they're settling down. These are some of the other cows here that we haven't got room for in the bottom shed, so they're in here. A lot of these heifers here, a lot of these cows, should I say, are have different wee bits of foot issues. So yeah, there's about, I think there's 4 of them, or 5 of them. We're going to have to get their feet paired. So yeah, look, there's a few every year that you just have to give a little bit of attention to. So yeah, we've left them up here. There's probably a few in the other batch as well when they come in. So the other batch, we're not going to take them in yet because the calves are just a little bit too young. They need about another month or so before we can wean them, and that's the plan. We've grass for them outside until probably around the 3rd, 4th week in November, and that's what we plan to do, to leave them outside until the calves are that wee bit older, and then we can wean them and they can go in as well. So yeah, so that's them. A few wee bulls here that we purchased, a couple of wee bulls here that we purchased over the last week or so as well, and they're just up here. They will eventually get moved down to the other bulls as well. But yeah, calves, when we put them in, they were, we had them IBR'd, and we done them for blackleg again. They were also done for Histophilus They got the first vaccination of that, so, and they were warmed as well, but they will be back out again. They'll be getting another shot of Astopheles, and we'll do them for fluke, and yeah, they'll get their tails and backs clipped, but that won't be for a number of weeks yet, probably a couple or 3 weeks till we have them out again. So that's that. Some of the calves weaned, and yeah, happy to have them in. They're easier to look after once they're inside, so let's see when it comes this time of the year. So that's more or less the end of the video. Great to have the drilling done and dusted and have it to where it is. It was a serious struggle this year, a serious struggle. The battle with the weather was unbelievable. Like, we got very, very little breaks along the way. You know, usually you get a dry week, it just never come, and we're happy to have what we have in the ground. We're 10 acres that we could have or would have liked to get in, but we didn't. It's a lesson that next year, for that damper ground or wetter ground that some of us are farming, we're going to have to get going on it earlier. We're going to have to get some of it in September, even though they say for the aphids and flies and that try and hold off. You have to work with the weather and the ground and the conditions, and it would be very important to have it in the ground early. So it's something we're going to have to work on going forward. Big thank you to Handling Machinery for organising the loan of the Furrow press. It was absolutely great to get the land of it and to try it out. We wanted to try one of them out to see what the difference was. Would it be something that we'd be thinking about, or would be worth a while maybe purchasing? And they went and organised. It's not even one they had in stock, Handling Machinery. They actually went and got a loan of it off a customer that was finished with it. They organised it for a couple of days, so we were able to finish off the last couple of fields with it. So brilliant. They picked it up, they left it with us, absolutely went over and beyond helping us out with that. So big thank you to that, and it's something that we'll think about now over the winter, and maybe work on organising one of those for next year, because they're a great job, absolutely great job. So until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, leave a like on the video, comment down below. All those things help the channel. It's very important to keep the channel moving along and to keep the algorithm moving. So yeah, it's all very much appreciated if you can do any of those things for me. Yeah, till the next one. Hope to have another video up during the week. We're going to be doing a bit of cleaning on some of the machinery now that has all finished off, that the tillage end of things is finished off, so there's some cleaning up to do there. So we're going to get some footage of just what we have to do, and just getting stuff away for the rest of the winter. Also, we will have a look then, as I mentioned, at have a look at some of the crops and just how they're getting on now they're coming over ground. So until then, have a good weekend and see you during the week.